Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my channel at Bama Pigskin 205. It's Thanksgiving Day, so I hope everybody is having a good Thanksgiving. This is going to be a great weekend for college football. As y'all all know, it's a rivalry weekend. Love rivalry football. Today, we're going to talk about the Alabama and Auburn matchup. I do want to go back though, and I want to look at some things. You know, when Nick Saban was the coach of Alabama, he's even said it himself. Like he said, Jordan Hare is something. It's haunted. It's a weird place. I don't know, but Nick Saban's the best to ever do it, and even when he coached Alabama, I mean, they always we're talking about winning by a field goal, more often than not. So him being the greatest coach of all time, so it's going to be Kalen DeBoer's first trip to Jordan Hare. I'm sure he'll be sporting a black hoodie. Hopefully, maybe he'll have better luck at Jordan Hare than Nick Saban did. I know he's, obviously Nick Saban's the greatest of all time, but I don't know if there was some kind of juju with Nick Saban, and going to Jordan Hare. But first thing I want to do is we want to go back. We're going to go back all the way back to 2016. I want to show you the difference in scores when we play at Jordan Hare versus when Auburn comes to Alabama. So we're going to start off with November 26, 2016. Auburn came to Tuscaloosa. We beat Auburn 30-12. So a pretty lopsided game. Okay. Now, let's go to 2017. November 25th, 2017, Alabama at Auburn, which wasn't too bad, but, it was bad. Auburn beat us 26-14. Okay? All right, now, let's see here. 2018. Let's see where we're at here. All right. November 24th, 2018. This is Auburn at Tuscaloosa. We beat them 52-21, so we busted that ass for them in 2018. All right, let's see here. Let's find 2019. Let's see here. November 30th, 2019, Alabama at Jordan Hare. Auburn actually won that game by a field goal, 48-45. Okay, let's go to 2020. All right, November 28, 2020, Auburn came to Tuscaloosa. Alabama won 42-13. Okay, let's see here, 2021. November 27th, 2021, Alabama at Jordan Hare. We only beat them by 2 points. Okay, 2023. 2022. November 26, 2022. Auburn came to Alabama. We won 49-27. So you see, we win almost by double digits just about every time they come to Tuscaloosa. So it's always good when we get to play them at home. But we have to go to their place. All right, November 25th, 2023, Alabama won that game 27-24. It was decided by a field goal, 3 points. All right. Look here. All right, 2024, which was last year, was Kalen DeBoer's first time going up against Auburn. He fared pretty well. Final score was 28-14, so we won by a touchdown. That's not too bad. So this is going to be Kalen DeBoer's first road trip. Earlier this year, we beat Georgia and went between the hedges and played, which is a very tough environment. So, that was a good road win for us. I think we've had, some pretty good luck this year. I mean, not luck, but we've played pretty good on the road this year. So, I do like that. But, so in this game with Alabama, given the history, we're usually, it's usually decided by, a 2-point conversion, a field goal, something of that nature. Of course, we all remember 4th and 31. That was, do or die play, whatever. Isaiah Bond caught it in the end zone for a touchdown, which ultimately got us to the SEC championship. Then we beat Georgia. That was Nick Saban's final season. We played Michigan, and I think because of the sign stealing, to be honest with you, is why they won. We had that game won. It came down to the final seconds in that Michigan game. If we would have beaten Michigan, we would have won another national title. There's no doubt about that. Anyway, but to cap off Nick Saban's, career at Alabama as a head coach, he didn't walk away with a natty, but it was pretty close. Love Nick Saban. Like watching him on ESPN game day. So even though he's not our coach anymore, at least we do get to see him. Still get to see him on Saturday, so that's pretty awesome. So, like I said, this is Caleb DeBoer's first time going to Jordan Hare. So he's had success this year on the road. So I think Alabama needs to come out and they need to establish the run. We kind of, with a lesser opponent last week, I say started working on it. But if we're going to get in these playoffs and we're going to have a chance to win a national title, we need to be able to run the ball somewhat. Because if, you go up against a team and all you can do is throw the ball and they have, good DBs and stuff like that, and you can't make a pass and you can't run the ball, and you can't put points on the board. Therefore, that's the name of the game, so you're not going to win. So, I think last weekend was a pretty decent start. At least getting, some good practice on the field. They ran for over 200 yards rushing last weekend. So, yep. So, first quarter, first set of downs, they need to be running the ball. And even if they don't have success immediately, they don't need to go away from it. We need to be able to run the ball. We cannot be a one-dimensional team. So we can run the ball some, that'll open up, some plays to throw the ball, vice versa. Ty Simpson's got some legs, not like Jalen Miro had, but, he can run the ball, so he hasn't done that much this year. I do see that coming into play as we go further, as we get into these playoffs. Definitely running the ball. He is a good passer. I don't know what's happened lately. He has thrown a couple picks, so I don't really know what's going on with that. Especially this and month of November. Usually as the year year goes on, you usually get better. I think it's probably just from pressure. He just needs to throw the ball away. Don't take a sack. Don't throw the ball. If there's nobody open, don't take chances. Throw the damn ball away. It's that simple. But yep, I think the key to this football game for Alabama is they need to establish a run game early, and not go away from it. Mix it up, and we may need to replace see what our second string, field goal kicker can do, because this guy here, he barely is making an extra point. Anything outside of extra point, it's just not happening. So, our backup kicker might be better. Maybe they need to give him a shot. I don't know. You tell me. But anyway, that's pretty much, all I got for this right now. But if history says anything, it doesn't matter in this game right here. It doesn't matter what the stats are. It don't matter if we're the number one team in the country, and they're not even ranked. For some reason, this is an in-state rivalry. Everybody comes to play. It's always a tough game. Like I said, at Jordan Hare, we're usually coming out of there winning by 2 points, 3 points. A touchdown, is a wide margin at Jordan Hare. So hopefully, it'll change a little bit. Maybe it was just some juju with Nick Saban. I don't know, but he definitely didn't like going to Jordan Hare. All the national titles he won, greatest of all time, and he had trouble every time he went to Auburn. Don't matter who's coaching, none of that. So anyway, if y'all have made it this far, please hit that subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It helps the channel out. I like doing content and bringing you guys content. Share the video. Hit that notification so you're always updated. I will have 2 or 3 videos a week. This is rivalry week, so I'm going to do some other. I will be talking about Georgia and GT and some other games as well that's coming up this weekend. But anyway, everybody have a great weekend. Eat lots of turkey, and I will see y'all later. Thanks.